Hey everyone, welcome back to Music with Ryan. We're in the last week here for Rhythm Month at the site, the month of May 2017. And this is the fourth free lesson that I've got in store for us. We're going to do exercise for 3/4 strumming or 6/8 strumming. So we're going to talk all about, again, strumming in 3/4 time signature, or I guess you could consider it as well 6/8 time signature. And so this is the fourth free lesson. And you can check that out in the free member area, all the lessons I have available. And then I actually have some featured lessons, some that you have to pay for as well, that involve rhythm. And I'll have one more on Friday here, the 26th. And that'll be 8 lessons for the month of May, all involving rhythm. So a lot of ideas and techniques. So get caught up on some of those if you haven't already done so. Today we're going to exercise in 3/4. A lot of people ask me, like, what do you do for strumming in 3/4? How do you do it? Some ideas. And this is just a simple chord progression and some simple strumming patterns that I use for 3/4. And it makes it sound really nice, or pretty even. I think this chord progression sounds pretty. So here's the exercise. One more time. Kind of walk it down to A minor. 4 chord. 1, 5, 6. Walk down to the 4. 4 minor. 1, 5. Okay. And again, I got tabs for all this too, so you can print out the tabs. Nice font right on the page. You got to be a member at the site to print off the tabs. They'll be right there. It's free to do. Got tons of free lessons over there, over 50, probably closer to 60 now. Free lessons. I added 4 this month. So that's 3/4 strumming. That's the progression. A simple little progression. The key of C is really nice. I just made it up this morning, and I was working on it last night, but I finalized it this morning. So 3/4. Okay, so before I get too complicated, let's just talk about. Some people have a hard time feeling 3/4, and so you don't want to feel like you're waltzing, okay? And there's kind of an emphasis on 1. And so a basic way to strum 3/4 would be just if I play a C, I play the bass note, the A string here, and it's just all downstrokes, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. So you really want to have that feel. You want to be able to be just as comfortable as you are in 4/4, and kind of there's just a little bit of push or emphasis on beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or if you were in 6/8, because they are similar, they feel the same often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The emphasis would be on 1 and 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And I might just do all downstrokes. I was just doing all downstrokes. And I'd pluck the bass note oftentimes as well. I'd bring that bass note, whatever the bass note of the chord, I'd bring that forward. Very simple, straight ahead strumming. And I would do that. I would do just that. It's hard for me to do that the whole time. Like, it's just hard for me because I've been playing for so long that I will just inevitably add a little bit more. But that totally works and is very good. And I will use the utmost basic stuff because that's sometimes what the song calls for, okay? So now I want to make it a little bit more advanced. So now the second time I might 1, 2, 3, and add eighth notes at the end of it. 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, and 1. All right, and then I'd even make eighth notes now on beat 1, and I would pick that in the right hand. So for C, this is what we're going to do throughout pretty much the whole piece here. A little bit of everything that we're talking about, but one of the main strumming patterns is going to be 1 and 2, 3, and this is measure 1 on the exercise. A string, D string, those are eighth notes. 1 and 2, 3 and. That's exactly, in simplistic form, broken down without a pulse. Okay? 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and. Okay, now we're going to be doing that for kind of each chord along the way. And I'll use this pattern a lot as well. So I'll start simple and I'll work my way more complicated as the song calls for it, or as I seem fit or deem fit, or yeah. So here's the first 4 bars of the exercise. We got some chord inversions in there too. Yeah, so there's 2 spots where there's chord inversions, which add a lot of thickness. So that's other rhythm stuff to consider, is chord inversions, something that you want to understand and have in your back pocket so that your guitar sounds, you're kind of emulating, well, I don't want to say, you hear it on the piano a lot, and it's a little trickier perhaps to pull off on the guitar, but we want to be able to do it. And it sounds awesome, right? It sounds awesome. We want to be able to get chord inversions in there. So, okay. The first measure is just kind of what we were practicing on the last kind of advanced strumming pattern. And then the next measure we go to G/B. So 2nd fret on the A, pinky's going to come up on the 3rd fret of the B. So I'm going to hit that A string, D string for my first 2 eighth notes. And you can hit the high E open. It kind of gives it a 6th on top. It kind of leaves it nice and open. Okay, so G/B. G chord with a B note in the bass. Again, we're walking down to the A minor, so the next measure is A minor, so open A, and the D string will be our first 2 eighth notes. And then that next measure, I'm going to alternate the bass, low E, and then I'm just going to do 2 downstrokes. So I'm going to straighten it out there. 2, 3. So, kind of fluctuate in between the strum patterns. I'm kind of in the right hand, right? So kind of decide, I'm going to kind of do it this way for a couple measures. And on one measure, I'm going to take it out and make it really simple. So to kind of define things and open things up or tighten things, okay? Little subtleties like that really go a long way. So here's those first 4 measures. 2, 3. Okay, so there's the first 4 measures. Right hand control, right? To get those notes to sound just right. All the strings got to ring out. Some strings can't be played louder than others. On the G/B. It's got to be played just right, or it's not going to sound good. Okay, and that's kind of been a theme throughout all this rhythm stuff, is right hand control, delicate, strumming the right strings at the right, weight. Make sure that some aren't louder than the others. All that stuff matters. Okay. All right. So then the next few measures, measure 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. So we go to the F, and now we're gonna, for our first 2 eighth notes, the D and the G string, and then a strum, and then a little walk. Okay, 3 and 1. Get back to the C chord. So I'm walking kind of down quickly with eighth notes, right? 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Then I'm back to my C. Then I go to my G, and actually here I'm going to go from the low string and then the D string. Those are my first 2 eighth notes there. I don't want to... I could do the A string. It just doesn't sound as strong to me. So I do the D string. Open. So those 4 measures. 2, 3. Okay. And then here we get to this cool little passage right here. Sounds like this. Go to the A minor, the 6. Okay. So right there we go to the A minor. And then we have an A minor slash G. So again, we're walking down to the F chord. Voice leading. So low string 3rd fret, and then the D string 2nd fret. Yep, that's what I got written. Get one of those chords. It sounds thick. It's going to need to be played just right to sound good. And make sure you're in tune, by the way. And we go down to the low F. Okay, we're going to bar here because I want to go down. I want to keep following with that octave. I don't want to jump up here to the shorthand F, I call it. I want to go down to the bar chord. Okay, so low E and A. And then an F minor. I'm going to go to a 4 minor. Just lift the 2nd finger up. Okay, so that sounds really nice. A lot of movement there. Simple stuff, but you know, it's creates an emotion and it creates some energy. Then we get to the last 4 measures. It's just 1, 5, 1, 5 again. So measure 13, already done it. Go back to G. Quick walk back to C, 0, 2 on the A. And then we go C chord, simple strumming pattern in C. And then it's a G chord here, but I'm going to just do a walk. E 3rd fret, open A, 2nd fret A, and then back right to the top. So those last 4 measures, excuse me, ready, go. Quick one, and then a quarter note. Okay, so some really cool stuff, and again, this is you know, common things you're going to see in other tunes. And, you know, you're going to walk down from C to A minor. You're going to walk from A minor down to the F, down to the 4, from the 6 to the 4. You know, so those things you're going to see. You're going to go 4 to 4 minor. That's so common. It's like a Beatles thing. Brandy Carlisle does it all the time. Everybody does it all the time. But you probably hear it in a lot of Beatles songs. So, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. So again, that's the exercise for 3/4 strum or 6/8. Again, this can be 6/8 too. You can consider 6/8. I chose to notate it in 3/4. Makes the measures not as long, and it just depends on who's kind of writing it and who's counting it. But if you have questions or comments, leave them below. Please let me know what you think of the lesson, members. New members, old members, make a comment down there. And be sure to check out all the other free lessons I have for the rhythm month of May. And give those a look as well. And I'll have another featured lesson out for Friday. And that'll be it. A lot of rhythm stuff. So let me play through it all one more time here. And yeah. So, 1, 2, 3. like the Piano Man effect, right? Billy Joel's Piano Man kind of thing going on. And again, a lot of other tunes do it. So you'll hear it. You'll start to hear it, what's going on if you master this and you start to listen to other tunes. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.